Howdy. Just had a conversation with a friend of mine that was telling me how he started walking and his wife started walking, and how it's helped him so much, and his wife has even lost weight just from walking. And of course, tweaks in their diet, that is probably the most important part. But I used to have sciatic pain, and I couldn't even freaking walk before until I found a really good chiropractor in Gilbert, Arizona. Anyway, after I was essentially cured, pretty much when I moved to Tucson and started taking care of myself again and exercising, and I implemented just walking. I walk my dogs about a mile, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. I have a weighted vest that I wear, and it's been a total game changer, especially because I'm not saying running is bad. Running is great, but it is hard on your body. Walking is a natural thing. Very low impact. It's great. Keeps your body moving, especially, I'm sitting most of the day. I work from home. Actually, I get up a lot more now that I work from home. But it just helps from sitting all day. Walking is so good for you. So I tell everybody, especially people with pets, I'm like, you don't walk your fucking dogs? Take them for a walk. It's like, it's good for them and good for you. So I just wanted to talk about it because I've been a walker for almost 2 years now. Consistent walker. And of course, when I go backpacking, I'm carrying 30-pound backpack, for 5 miles. It's not easy, sometimes more. So I'm a huge advocate for it. And I just wanted to share that. So obviously I'm not a health expert, but I have a pretty good knowledge on just taking care of oneself from just taking care of myself. And I try to tell people when they're like, oh, my back and this and that, I'm like, do you walk? Oh yeah, I walk. I'm like, come on. I mean, you need to walk at least a mile a day. And that's just going to help you in a lot of ways. It's just going to keep everything lubed up. It's going to keep your body just moving. And I notice every time I try to give some kind of advice, some people just like to stay in their comfort zone, I got trapped in it. Everybody does. And what I mean by comfort zone is like, you don't want to do anything to better yourself. You're just stuck, happy. There's nothing wrong with that. You do you. But if you're gonna complain, do something about it. So I'm having this conversation. I'm like, seriously, bro, like, you should start walking. Well, I do, and my wife goes to Disneyland all the time, and I'm just like, cool, bro, that's awesome. Yeah. You can lead a horse to water. But even when I was younger and really into fitness and trying to help everybody around me, it's like they looked at me like I was a fucking asshole for wanting everybody to be healthy around me. So it makes it hard. Makes it hard to find the right people to surround yourself with, to find your community. Like, don't get me wrong, awesome people. I don't regret anybody I've ever met. But now it's like, I'm in a path of wellness, mentally, spiritually, physically, and want to join me? Join. Not? What I started doing to keep my body moving while I'm at work is I literally set myself an alarm for every hour. And this is gonna sound funny, but I get up and do 10 jumping jacks. That's it. Not because I'm like, oh, I need to lose weight. No, it's just get my heart pumping a little, my body moving. I make sure that I drink 8 ounces of my hydration, and then get back to work every hour, because we're not meant to be sitting 8 hours. It's not what humans are meant to do, and that's what we do now, and that's why we're all fucked up. So take care of yourselves, is all I'm saying. Not only will there be a chance to extend your life, but if there isn't, at least the one life that you have, you have a higher quality, because you're not just plugging yourself in front of the TV and just eating bad food all the time. Like you're living in a way where you just take care of yourself and feel good. And that's what I'm all about. And I just want to share it with everybody. I want to share my journey. I can look back at a lot of my relationships and realize that I made a lot of bad choices. Because for whatever reason, you see somebody's potential and they never get there. And then eventually it affects you, where they have a bad diet or they don't exercise, and then eventually you're just like, well, why fucking exercise if they don't? And then you have to pick yourself back up. I've struggled with that, which I shouldn't be that way, but that's just the reality of things. It's important who you choose as a partner. Not saying that they have to lift weights, but they have to care about themselves, for me anyway. So take care of themselves in the sense where they watch what they eat and live a healthy lifestyle. I had this conversation with a friend that was a friend temporarily. And from the beginning, she told me she had a lot of scars and bad relationships. And when I started to tell her that these things that I was looking for in a partner, she was just like attacking me, like, oh my God, that's controlling. Like, you would want your partner and you're gonna force them. And I was like, what the hell, force them? No. I have a preference. Like, what's wrong with wanting someone that takes care of themselves? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was just fucking weird. And the conversation just kind of just kept going. And then eventually she didn't want to talk to me anymore, because I knew what I wanted and I had preferences. And I guess if you're a woman with scars, you don't like to hear that. We have to accept you for whatever bullshit you come with, apparently. I'm sure she had preferences, but nobody ever says anything about that. It's just men are bad for having preferences, and it's like, I just want someone that takes care of themselves. I want someone that, if I ever fall, they'll pick me up and vice versa. That's it. Help each other. A fucking team. It's not too much to ask for. Because I easily fall back into bad habits. On my own, on point. So, unfortunately, that has to be a strong fucking preference for me. Someone that fucking wants to live the same life as I do as far as just what should they eat. Take care of themselves. Be conscious of the fact that most things are poisonous. I just want to share some thoughts as I go on this beautiful walk along the path with all these cyclists. What a beautiful day. God bless. See these little pineapple looking things? They are edible. I want to share something else. This stuff right here that kind of looks like lettuce. Also edible. Like that guy right there. These guys. Edible salad. It's a freaking weed, but they literally cut it out of the ground, wash it. You know, of course, make sure there's no mold on it or anything like that, but all that stuff's edible. All of this. I've been in this no chemical, whole food, mostly whole food, living for almost 10 years. And, you know, I try not to take any medication. When I get sick or cold, I don't take anything. I don't take NyQuil, none of that. I don't take flu shots. So when COVID happened, and I was telling my friends that I wasn't going to take the vaccine, they were looking at me like I was fucking crazy. And it had nothing to do with conspiracies. It's just, I just don't subscribe to that. I don't believe in putting anything external in my body. I feel that we have the capability to beat off any kind of virus. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't go to a hospital if I have a heart attack or anything like that, but I'm going to always look for natural medicine. So I told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, we got to get out vitamin D. And I started to notice things that were very weird to me, that they were making everybody just stay indoors, go home. Nothing made sense. And as soon as you try to tell anybody that none of this is making sense, they're like, oh, you're a right-winger, you're a Republican, oh, you love Trump. And I was like, what? Fuck no. I'm a lefty as hell. And it got so polarized, and it was very strange times. And I'm sharing that because that's one of the best things that you get from walking is the vitamin D. It's so freaking important. That's all. Morning. little bit of suffering, a lot of benefits. Whew. Monday morning. Ice plunge. So I've noticed on my diet is that this week I was more consistent with the gym. I have been lifting heavy, but just moderate weight training. And yeah, I didn't lose any weight this whole week. I haven't checked my measurements, which I need to start doing. The challenge started, was it January 15th? It's now the 20th, I believe. So it's been about 35 days and 42 days in the carnivore. I feel freaking awesome. I do take supplements. The supplements that I take are from Dr. Berg. This guy scouts his ingredients. He doesn't use synthetic. Most people don't know that a lot of the vitamins that you're buying at Costco are petroleum-based synthetics. So yes, they're vitamin E, they're vitamin D, they're vitamin this, but they're getting them out of petroleum, just like the pharmaceutical companies. So some companies don't. Some companies are a little bit more conscious and they do get good ingredients, but definitely look into that. I mean, I do. That's important to me. Not everybody. But anyway, 42 days in the carnivore, 22 pounds down. I definitely gained a little bit of muscle, energy. It's freaking amazing. I've definitely been working on my sleep because I talked to one of my buddies. I call him a scientist because he's just knowledgeable. He's a chemist. And I told him that I still get hungry. And he asked me about my sleep, and I'm like, I usually sleep about 6 hours. And he's like, man, that's not nearly enough. You need to do at least 7. But it should be 7 to 8. 8 preferably. And basically what I looked it up, and when you don't get enough sleep, your body, we're all hormones. Like everything inside of us works off of hormones. So when you don't get enough sleep, you produce a hormone. One of them is cortisol, but there's another one that gets dumped into your body, and it causes a stressor, and it causes hunger. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're gonna be more hungry. So I thought it through, and I'm like, well, I can't just, how am I gonna sleep more? And what I've been doing, I started on Wednesday. I did it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Is at 8 p.m. It's lights out. I turn off the TV, I turn off TikTok or fucking social media. And the only thing I'm able to do is throw on an audiobook and I get into bed and just relax, even if it takes me an hour and a half, which that's the longest I've been in bed. But usually I knock out 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock now, and I wake up at 5. And I've been sleeping, and I track my sleep, and I've been sleeping about between 7 7 hours, 7 hours 30 minutes, 7 hours 45 minutes. But man, my sleep has improved, and I definitely feel it in my hunger. Like overnight. My buddy said that it might take a few weeks for my hormones to adapt, but I think because I'm on the carnivore diet, maybe I'm just more sensitive or more adapted to the way my body works. It doesn't have to, break down all the processed food or that normal people eat. So my body was able to adapt quickly, and maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe it was in my head, but fuck, I'll take it. I'll take the placebo. So anyway, alright, let's get out of this bitch. Let's go kick Monday's ass, baby. Well, that was my weekend vlog and Monday morning cold plunge. One of the benefits that I didn't mention about walking, it's obvious, is you get to go through your thoughts and organize yourself, and just kind of, you get to sort your deep thoughts. Plan your day, plan your week, reflect. Those are the benefits for me. Definitely when I walk, I just reflect and kind of just think about how I can be better all the time. Like, what did I do? What can I do better? Alright, this week is coming. I could have done this better, or this, that, or the other. It's a good time to refocus, and that's what I like about walking. Even if you're stressed out about something, you get to think about it, or it's just a stress relief. And this vlogging thing, I've only been doing it for a few months, but it's really helped as well, to keep me accountable and just to share my journey of, nothing special, just a normal man just going through the world and trying to better himself. And I think it's important, because a lot of people get stuck, or they think, oh, I can't do it, or a lot of these influencers are freaking ripped, and not that I'm trying to be an influencer, but like people that are online are already ripped, and they're like, you can do it. And it's like, yeah, I can't really see the step from here to where the hell you are, So I think it's really cool when every once in a while when I see just regular people sharing their journeys, and yeah, so want to do the same, because if I can inspire one person, I'm good with that, and this is just gonna be fun to look back on in 10 years or whatever. So anyway, have a great day, everybody. Throw me a like. There's a button like this. Hit it. Hit that button. Don't just watch. Hit the button. And share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for stopping by and watching and listening to my crazy thoughts. Have a great day.